Oh no, the camera got lost again. Uh-oh. Better bring the camera back. We gotta bring the camera back, guys. Already starting out the stream wonderfully. Look at the mess. Hey, there's the top of my head. Do you see me now? Do you see me now? There we go. Hi, Internet. Good to see everybody. Vince, good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. You're like the first one here, so hope you're doing well. Viking, good to see you, brother. Guys, we are currently at 2142. Holy shit, did time go fast? And by time, I mean the number of people that subscribe to the channel. There's Captain Kern and Viking and again, 3D Medic Vince. Hope you guys are doing well. We'll be giving away a roll of filament, and then again the goodies per chamois and XR Bunker Works. So again, XR Bunker Works and chamois are going to be sponsoring a printed parts kit for the Voron V0, as well as some other stuff. I'm actually bringing that up now, so give me a moment to disable this so I can find chamois and then kind of go back through and find our conversation where we talked about this. Fabrico. I'm looking for where Shammy and I talked about this so I can say. He's gonna, okay, so here we go. Paul Cumber, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Dan Adams, good to see you, good sir. Sadly, I won't see you till June, but I'll see you in June, good sir. Sunday, I'm coming out that morning, so I'm going to get up the Sunday morning of Murph and drive straight through. So it'll be like a 3-hour drive. Get there first thing in the morning when it opens, and then hang out with everybody, help people, and do whatever they need to do, and then kind of go from there. But let's see here. He's going to do 2 of the rainbow sticks, 1 V0 umbilical, plus the printed parts, with some extra printed parts for a few mods if they choose to do so, or stock thinking, or stock. So either the stock V0 printed parts kit, or with some extra goodies. I'm sure whoever wins is going to probably want to just, whatever he sends is what they'll want. The way that part's going to work is when you win, I will forward your email to Shammy, and then you guys will work out the details on where to send it. So you'll give him the info directly. So again, the stream, I need to open up the form. So let me get the form opened up here for everybody, so you guys can start entering. The link is there, but I need to open the form, so click on this and make sure that's the right one. Yep, that's the right one. Resume collecting responses. There we go. Resume collecting responses. Click OK. There we go. And then now if I click on this here and click on this here, it should open up there, and then I'll hit go to site, and then boom, there we go. It's open. All right. So the form is open. Responses are now being taken. Please click the link pinned up there in the chats or down below in the description. Click on that. Get yourselves entered for a roll of filament. That'll be the first giveaway tonight. We're going to do 2 off the same form because I'm lazy. So the first giveaway will be for the Polymaker spool of filament. The second giveaway, or the second one, will be for all the goodies. So, and if you win the filament, you're still entered to win the goodies. That does not exclude you from that, because it's a 1,500 subscriber giveaway that we hit, and then like not even a day later we were at 2,000, and in the last week we've gone up to 2142 currently. So yes, Captain Kern, thank you very much for your assistance in that, good sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is greatly appreciated. I'm at 2100. Still trying to figure out what we're going to do for 2100. So not 21,000, but 2100. So still trying to figure out what the next goal should be. I'm thinking 5,000 or 10,000, kind of where I'm at. Tin Talon, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Oh, you bought a printer? Nice. Nice, good sir. Hopefully it's a good one. I will tell you guys that are here now, I did have a conversation with a few people about the 2K giveaway. And sadly, again, we have to do, not sadly, but we could have just rolled it all into one, but I wanted more time to talk to sponsors and see what I could work out. You guys want to know who's giving away what so far? Would you guys like to know what next Thursday's stream is going to get? Wait, is it next Thursday? I got to make sure I know everything going on next Thursday. I would hate to say next Thursday and then next Thursday I have something going on. We'll say tentatively Thursday next week. We'll say next Thursday, tentatively. We'll do the 2K giveaway stream. Anybody? Oh, it's resin. Nice. Resin is still good. But are you guys interested in knowing who's sponsoring what for the upcoming stream? It's not going to be like crazy huge, like biggest little giveaway, like 250 subscribers. We gave away like $26,000 worth of stuff. Not that crazy, or whatever it was, like 20 some. No, it wasn't that crazy. It was like, I was like $2,500 or $3,000 worth of stuff. We're not going to be doing that. It's going to be a good one though. So the first person to get back to me was Jason at LDO. They're going to be giving away a Galileo. Let me make sure I read this properly. I don't want to tell you guys incorrect information. So let me bring up my conversation. I'm not going to show you the conversation because that would be wrong. But I'll at least tell you what was said in said conversation. They're going to do one Orbiter 2.5 and one Galileo 2 for 2 winners. So one for each one. So, gosh darn it, stop it. But anyway, so one winner will win the Galileo 2. One winner will win an Orbiter 2.5. Polymaker said, let me go to my email from Polymaker, because obviously Polymaker wants to be involved. It'd be silly of them not to, right? Let's go back to my conversation with Polymaker, and let's see here. Couple extra spools. So next Thursday we'll be giving away a couple extra spools. What's a couple extra spools? I don't really know. It wasn't really said, so I guess we'll just give away some spools of filament and hope I don't get in trouble. I think that's a good number, right? Just give away some filament and just hope you don't get in trouble, right? So we'll be giving away some more Polymaker filament. And then I'm currently talking with Micro Swiss to see what they might be interested in. And I do know that Micro Swiss has a lot of fancy new toys on the market for a lot of different printers. So I'm hoping that maybe I can give away 1 or 2 of the fancy new toy for the printer of your choosing. That's what I'm hoping for. We're still in talks. Nothing is set in stone there. But let's see here. Killer Prince, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Steve Machado, good to see you. Hope you boys are having a great day. Steve Machado, a couple usually means 2. I'm sure the original 1 roll of filament and then whatever a couple more ends up being, you know. So we have the 1 that we usually give away every week, which doesn't count towards that, is the way I'm taking it. That 1 roll of filament doesn't count towards the couple more. So I'm assuming 1 plus a couple more would be, you know, whatever we, you know. But I'm not going to go super crazy. I will tell you guys that there is something coming up in about a month. It'll happen on a Thursday, so my stream that day will either not exist or it will be shorter. I believe it will be, if the stars align, something will be coming up. And let's just say if I do stream on the day that I should be streaming, I will probably have to cut it short because I may have to be some on or somewhere else. I'll have to be somewhere else. And I hope you will, as I get something concrete and set in stone, I hope you guys will be there to support me. So I hope that, you know. Captain, yes, that was what I thought too. No. However, so that's it as of right now for companies that are involved. Set in stone, Polymaker for sure, LDO Motors for sure, hammering out some details with Micro Swiss, and we'll see if anybody else joins along the way. But tonight, again, we are giving away the spool of Polymaker filament. So click the link in the forum there, and then we're going to use that same wheel. So everybody who enters, and again, this isn't this isn't a must be present to win kind of a situation. But I would appreciate it if you guys stick around. I don't know, since it's been a long gap from the last stream to this stream, and there's been kind of hecticness and craziness going on. I don't know how long I'll be able to stream this evening. We're definitely hammering out an hour. I'm gonna push for that 2-hour mark. So we're gonna push for the 2-hour mark, but at the end of the stream, to give everyone time to click the linky link there and get in. Yeah. So, however, we left off on this thing over a week ago. I have not touched it in over a week. So if you remember what we were printing last time, cool. And if not, let me show you. Hold on. It was stuck, so that's good. We were printing the tower, and realistically, I don't see really anything when you look in the back at the seam, because like if you ever have problems looking at the front to gauge, I mean, it looks really good at the bottom there. I mean, when you flip it around and you look at that little seam in the back, that usually is another good place to kind of look and then carry that around the front. And the rear doesn't look terrible. That seam is your typical ugly seam on the back, and you can see at the top is getting way worse. So I almost think that we really don't have to mess with this, but to better understand that, let's minimize this. Let's minimize this. Let's bring this back up. Let's close that now. Let's not dox anyone. By the way, Tin Talon, if you're still floating around, did you get a Facebook request lately? I don't know if you got a new friend request. I'm just being a smart ass. Let me pull up Orca Slicer here. And let's go back to prep. What the heck, Orca Slicer? Why did you close? Orca Slicer just closed on me. Dang it. Let us know if you need bail money. Wait, what am I missing here? Hold on. Hey, this Sunday is Mother's Day. Hey, if anybody, let's put it this way. Anybody wants to send any cash, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, links are all down below. Feel free to send cash, and I will do my best to watch my phone and give you a shout out that way. Otherwise, if you want to do, you know, if you want to do stickers, super chats, those are great. But I would prefer if you want to gift memberships. Memberships always help the community, and as a community guy, please feel free. Myself and Canuck Creator agree that that's probably the best way to do it, because you help community members get involved. We do need to work on this month getting a members only stream out there. So I'm going to work on that this month and get a members only stream out there. Pressure advance with the tower. So we want to double check. We just did stock settings. Let me go back to here, go to here. Come on. There we go. All right. And then let's look up Orca Slicer calibration. That random phone number, if you want to call it, go ahead. I think it's a bill collector, or it might be a scammer. So you have fun either way. But let's see here. Let's go to Orca Slicer, and then we want to do the tower method. And then this is where it tells you in there, this gives you the kind of the basic breakdown of pressure advanced start plus your pressure advanced setup times measured. So your example would be if you started with 0 plus your 0.02 was your and then your height, and then it gives you a 0.016. So this tells you with your pressure advance what you want to do, and you're basically looking for like the smoothest transition before it starts to go. And in this case, he said, according to his, he looked at 0.8 or 8 millimeters was about the spot where he was happy with it. So it looked about like this here. You know, that's where he said he liked it. So for me, if I go back and look at this and try and compare that, yeah, I mean, realistically, I don't see a need to change it. It looks really good for me from the base here to like way, way, way up here. And then it just kind of goes to crap real fast. So when you're doing your thing somewhere else. But yeah, so for me, this is about what I'm seeing kind of right here. So if I was to go up, I would have to go up quite a ways to get a result similar to that. I would have to measure way up in the pressure advance. But all around, all the joints look really good, and it looks really good up the back until it gets up near the top there. So I'm almost thinking I'm not going to change anything there. So I'm not going to mess with that. Let's minimize that. And let's go up here and let's see, what do we got next? Temp tower retraction. I'm not going to worry about those. What else do we have? Max flow rate and or VFAs. The volumetric flow artifacts. Really what I want to do now is I actually want to test print something with this. I need to go find the file, so bear with me a moment. I have a student at the school that his parents got him one of those eggs with the dragon in it, and their dog got a hold of the egg. So I think it'd be a pretty good print to try on this. So I'm going to go see if I can find that dragon egg. It was a printables file. Printables.com. So let's go to printables. Let's type in dragon egg, accept all, and then I got to try and figure out which one it was again. It was a twisty openy dragon egg. Is it this one? Looks like this one. Yeah, that was the one. Okay, let's download the file. Download file. Oh, wait. Yeah. I'm sorry that I'm a little all over the place, guys. Customized for Bamboo Labs and generic PLA. Well, that's fine. We're not using a Bamboo Labs printer. We're using the FLSun T1 Pro. I hate the fact that they saved it as a 3MF. You got your Merc 1.1 almost running. Hell yeah, Havoc. Good to see you, by the way. Hope you're doing well. And you're doing your thing somewhere. Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay. So, there it is. I'm going to try and find an awesome filament that we can use, and I'm actually going to kind of run with the standard. Let's run with the standard settings. This is the dragon egg file. So, you know, nothing super crazy. Looks to be about the right one. I am going to bump up. I'm going to select both files, and we're going to scale this up just a skosh. We're going to take it up to 110%. Whoopsie. We didn't. It should have went uniformly. Why did it? Oh, it did. Okay. There we go. Yeah. We're going to take it up to 110% just because I want to go up a little bit with it. And then looking at it, I think we should be okay without using any support. And yeah, we're going to let it rip tater chip here. So let's go ahead and slice this thing up. We're using just a standard PLA. And 43 minutes. That's a perfect print for the stream, right? 43 minutes. So let me swap out some filament real quick here. So let's go into... There we go. Right. Where are we at? Here. Control. PLA. Let this thing heat up a little bit. Oh, we were almost out of filament on that, guys. It stopped. So it's a good thing we're going to be replacing the filament. I'm having issues talking lately when I get on stream. Like I mumble and mutter a lot. So I do apologize, guys. I really do, but I'm mumbly. Another empty spool to add to the empty spool pile. We're burning through all these spools. We got to find an awesome filament to make a dragon egg out of. Oh, I wish I had a bunch more of that one. We've got these tiny spools of like tricolor. I think we'll give one of these a try. We'll see if one of these little like tricolor or tri-extruded. We'll see how these do. In here, these were like a generic buy. They were just a quick Amazon like three or a 4-pack of like tri-extruded. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do not remove a consumable during the material removal process. Do not remove the consumable during the removal process. Okay. That's weird. Maybe I should have just told it to kind of do its thing, huh? It's not letting me do anything. It's weird. I'm still trying to figure out what some of the stuff is about. Oh, it's cooling down the hot end. Okay. Well, while it's cooling it down, let's clean the bed. Remember, squeezy. Oh, sorry, gang. You know, LDO dark teal ABS. Hell yeah, brother. Doing wiring and cleaning up the sleeves. That is awesome, man. I like that. The dark teal ABS is nice. There we go. Now it's there we go. It says don't remove it, but I did anyway. Deal with it. Okay. Now let's load the this guy up. Okay. Remember, you push the filament in until it hits the gears and you let it go. At least that's what we've learned so far from a little over a week ago when we played with this last. Move the chair out the way. You know, let you guys stare at my belly for a minute. I'm waiting patiently for this thing to heat up. 4 more degrees, 3 more. There we go. It's pulling the filament through. Okay. And it is just oozing away here. I'm going to let it cool down for a minute. And then we're going to come over here now and we're going to send it to the printer. So here we go. Let's go ahead and print, upload and print. And then it should jump over to the device page once it sends through, which it is doing very slowly because we still didn't hook up the damn wireless antenna. So at some point, I've got to get this wireless antenna stuck back in there and on there so that it will work. It's still working. It's just extremely slow because it's running off of that tiny little antenna on the board with no additional antenna. Oh, so gang, 2,100 subs so far. That is insane. Super excited. I had a duck stuck in my shoe. I want to first off say thank you to everybody who subbed to the channel. That's awesome. I have a small fear that some or most of them may have been bots because boy, did it come on quick. And there's nobody new here. It's all the same olds. So I do hope and pray that new people will start popping into chat and saying something. There's 11 people concurrently watching with 20 views so far, which is pretty standard for my streams. So not seeing a crazy influx there, but I'm sure over time as I get the stream going on its consistent schedule and more people start coming to the channel, they'll start finding out and listening in and having fun. So I will tell you guys that it sounds like I may or may not have a printer coming to the house for some repairs. So I may have a repair video or a repair stream coming up here next, possibly not next week, but sooner rather than later, since it's not part of the actual like rehab project. But I may do a stream on it. It looks like it's a Creality K1 Max. That looks like there was a hot end that kind of cocooned itself, and when he was trying to clean it up, he may have ripped the thermistor wires out of the hot end. So gonna take a look at it tomorrow at work and decide if it's one of those I'll bring it home and make content with it, or if I'm just gonna leave it at work, tell the guy this is what you need to order, get it ordered, and then swap it out, hook it up, get it running, and then just send it back home with his friend that I work with. Because when people find out that they work with somebody who plays with 3D printers and works on 3D printers, of course, then they try to recruit you to help them. And if I can turn this into some content, we might as well, right? Let's go ahead and close this up now. It is getting to that point now where it's heating up, and then it's gonna rip tater chip. At least I hope, right? Should we go to webcam? You guys want the big view? Give you that. Can even do this too and then make it even bigger. Ready? Boom! There we go. It takes time for folks to get used to a schedule, bro. Oh, I know. Trust me. I know. I'm just happy that we managed to hit that 2100. How glow in the dark? Oh, how glow in the dark PLA? Oh, how about glow in the dark PLA? Very abrasive. Very abrasive, so use a steel nozzle. Will, good to see you. How you doing? Hope you're doing well, man. We're getting a dragon going here. It is starting. I'm hoping that it's printing well. I can't see the front where it started at, but there we go. It's looking okay. It is a tri-color extrusion. I believe this one's like blue, green, orange. Looks to be doing okay for the first layer. At least from the camera view it does. Looking inside, also still looks good. It says it's going to take 43 minutes to print, so we'll let that guy print over there while we hang out here and chat. That fan gets really loud, so I do apologize. I do know I listened to my last stream and I could hear it in the background of the stream, so part of it's probably due to the fact that I also knew what was going on at the time, so, you know, I knew what I was listening to. But let's just put it this way. I'm very grateful for everybody who's here, for everything that's gone on, and I'm thinking that I did put it up on my communities tab on YouTube, asking you guys what you think the next goal should be. Let me go to the communities tab here. Let's see. For some reason, YouTube's communities tab does not show very well, like stuff like that. So you don't get to see like post information. So I'm gonna have to jump back here for me. You can still see it behind me there doing its thing. I'm gonna minimize this for a second. Close that. And bring up the other one here. Let's go to YouTube. Oh, we went up to 2144 during the stream. We gained 2 more subs. So to the 2 of you that were lurking or popped in and subbed, thank you. Greatly appreciated. If you're still watching and you just subbed, say something in chat. Let us know who you are, and hopefully, you know, you'll become a regular. A regular. All right. How work going? Well, that's another thing we can talk about tonight, because we got time to kill and I've got a life decision to make. And by a life decision to make, I mean like throw my hat in the ring and see what happens. You know what I mean? Oh, Zachary 3D Prints is still streaming. If you guys want to know what the Plus Core 1 looks like, go over there and check it out. He is currently streaming that. I am going to go to my YouTube channel, and then I'm going to go to my community, or was it posts? Yeah, it's posts. There we go. So far, everybody is saying that like 3,000 should be like my next like goal, which 3,000 is cool. I like the idea of just every 1,000 I get excited, but at the same time, I think 5,000 is probably a better option, or 10,000. I mean, I think at 10,000 we should do like a big 10K giveaway. You know what I mean? Dan Adams, thank you for joining the crew, my man. Awesome. I know you're probably either on your way to work or at work, so thank you for listening in, lurking, or probably on your way into work. I know the last time you were on your way into work, so very well could be that scenario as well. So let's bring up Orca Slicer again so we can kind of keep an eye on the print and make sure it doesn't do anything stupid like come off the build plate, which I may have to enable a brim. Probably would have been smart to do that, but Jack in the shop. Hey, Mr. 2.14K. It's 2.144, good sir. 2.144. But yes, thank you very much, Jack. Good to see you, man. By the way, Jack, you need more subs on your channel. Guys, go give Jack a sub. Let me do something real quick here. Hold on. I think we should have a sub to each other-a-thon where all of you go sub to each other. Let's see here. Jack in the shop. Let's go find Jack in the shop. There he is. Jack is only at 1.31K. He's got 1.31K. So everybody, his is real easy. It's at Jack in the shop. But boom, there's the link. Please go blow him up. Give him a follow if you haven't. He's got some pretty cool stuff. He's been posting some videos lately. He did the AI generated little guy, and then he turned him into an STL, and then he printed himself. So go give him a follow. Your shift starts at 6, so for you it's what, in 30 minutes. So congrats on that. Beat you to it. Yep. Yes, I did, good sir, but that's okay. You posted it with all the fanciness. So gang, please go give Jack a follow. Let's entice him to do more. He's posted some stuff in the past on Lightburn and SVGs, and himself a cool old laser that he was using. He's got some older videos from a couple months ago, and he's put out some content over the last couple of years, it looks like, or last year was a bunch of videos 2 years ago. So yeah, he's got some years in him too. So go give him some follows, show him some love. Jack is good people, like everyone here. We're all good people. So please go show Jack some love. And yeah, so back audio. Audio what? What'd I miss? Oh, you got a audio chip from Amazon to make it talk too. Nice, man. That's awesome. Yep. Icon, what's up, Icon? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope things are going well. Yeah, so T1 Pro is currently printing the egg. Hey, LTX. What's going on, LTX? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Got right in on my face, huh? That's the one little setback I'm having with this thing today is it seems like the hand gestures are way more sensitive than they have been lately. So we'll just try stop. I'll try to stop being Italian. I'll try to quit talking with my hands, you know. Subbed as well, hanging out, shaking, waiting for the printer parts to arrive in the mail. Hey, anybody could. It's everybody just fill out that form. Like I said, we're giving away a roll of Polymaker filament tonight, as we do every week. And then we're also going to give away the printed parts kit. Again, it is a printed parts kit. So it's just printed parts, not the printer. You still have to get the printer, but at least you'll have printed parts ready to rock and roll, as well as the few other little goodies that I had mentioned earlier. Speaking of which, let me kind of rehash that. Let's see here. It will be, he's going to do 2 of the rainbow sticks, the LED sticks, 1 of the V0 umbilicals, plus the printed parts and some extra printed parts for a few mods, if they choose to do or choose to do so or stock. So there will be some other mods and stuff. I will get you in touch with Shammy at XR Bunker Works. Again, Shammy and xrbunker.works is the website. Go over there, check him out. He's the one who's sponsoring that. That was a push to get us to 1,500. We got to 1,500 and then shot straight to 2,000. I did not have time. I was hoping at 2K to do a 2K giveaway and get some more sponsors on board. Currently, we have Polymaker LDO, and I'm working with Micro Swiss to see what we can do with them as well. So with LDO, for those who are just popping in, that'll be hopefully next Thursday, but to be determined. So please do not hold me to that. It is to be determined. We'll see how things go with sponsors. But it will be from LDO a Galileo 2, and then another winner for a 2.5. So a Orbiter 2.5 will be one winner. A Galileo 2 will be another winner. So there will be 2 possible winners, or 2 winners. Then with Polymaker said, you can give away a few more rolls of filament. What's a few more? I don't know, but we do 1 roll of filament every week anyway, so the 1 roll of filament plus a few more, what's a few more? We'll figure it out. I may have to ask for forgiveness, but we'll figure it out. And then as for Micro Swiss, I don't know yet. We're still kind of talking about stuff and figuring out what they would be interested in giving away. I did notice that it looks like my tricolor here did kind of spin, which, whatever. It'll be interesting. It's for a wee boy who enjoys crazy things anyway. Machado, you are currently waiting on the motor to feed the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder so you can finish the config. Hell yeah, brother, that is awesome. I am hoping one day to have something that will do multicolor. I know that, again, for those who don't know, we do have a Elegoo Centauri Carbon coming, and that is going to be sponsored. And it will be featured prominently up there in the background for quite some time. And when that shows up and the sponsorship is agreed upon, then we will play with that. And then hopefully down the road, if the multicolor system for that or the multi-material system for that comes out and that is also able to show up, that'll be pretty freaking sweet. You know? You're hoping to build some kind of a tool changer next year. Havoc, hell yeah, brother, do it. Easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. You are correct, Stephen Machado. I would rather say I'm sorry than say one more, please. But yeah, so to the life decision, let me put this out there for you guys as a hypothetical. Okay, this is a hypothetical. Let's say that in your area, the job you're currently doing, there's someone else offering the same position in the same general area, so your drive time would be very similar. Your commute's not going to change, but the salary is going to increase by, let's say hypothetically, $22,000 a year, but it could be $32,000 a year or more. And the only kicker is maybe you don't have the exact pieces of paper that they're looking for, but foot in the door, take it a little less, and then barter your way up the chain, or continue to stay where you're at and hope that they see the value in you when someone else does, and hope that they offer you a substantial change in income. Nate, you say take it. I'm waiting for a few letters of recommendation. Once I get those letters of recommendation, I will hit submit tomorrow on the job. And given the opportunity to sit down and talk with them, one nice thing about this hypothetical situation is, for those who don't know, I work IT at a school. The school that I work for is a full district under one roof. It's a very small school. The entire student body is less than 500 students. Add in another roughly 100 staff members, and it turns into, I have about 600-ish people that I do all the tech by myself with no assistant. I take care of all of that and have for 9 years. Let's just say an opportunity may have arose where I'll have about 200 staff members, about 1,500 students, and it'll be, well, about 1,200 students, and it will be strictly high school age kids. So I will have more students, but they're more self-sufficient students. So the amount of work could, in theory, be more, but the amount of actual work could, in theory, be less. So yeah, that's Icon. That's kind of where I'm at. Not gonna lie, that is kind of where I'm at. Is maybe this will be the push to get me where I should be. Nate, you are correct. You are correct. If the current job doesn't see the value, you shouldn't stick around. And I do understand that. See, the hard part for me is the fact that, one, I don't want to leave that district high and dry, because I have been there for 9 years and built that up. But at the same time, you know, you've had 9 years to compensate me accordingly for the work that I've put in. And maybe you haven't chosen to do that. So, I mean, you guys can kind of, I think some of you can kind of sympathize with me a little bit on why I don't necessarily want to go, but at the same time, I can understand why I'm being told to. Because when the opportunity to, you know, kind of, when the opportunity was made, or when the opportunity had arose to do what I needed to do, I took less but got more. And now we're at a situation where I can get way more. Like, for those who don't know my loving wife, Thorpe, by the way, good to see you. I see you're, you know, improving your ASCII skills. But for those who don't know, Sam hasn't worked. My wife, Sam, she has not worked in about 2 years. She's been having issues between the COVID and everything. It's made it hard for her to go back to work. So she has not worked in 2-3 years now. And in those 2-3 years that she hasn't worked, that's lost income. I have the ability to take the raise that I received at the end of last year. That was about half of her income. So that raise brought us up to about half of her income, which helped. But now I have a chance to, on top of that, add her salary, back in. So basically I would have actually gotten a raise because we'd have her salary that we've been missing plus my salary plus that little bit extra. So by not taking the position, I would shoot myself in the foot. So obviously this is one of those, I will be hitting submit tomorrow after I get those letters of recommendation. Yes, I see the taco between the hands. I see that you're opening up the taco. But yes, that will be something that will be definitely going forward with the new position or with the new superintendent that will be taking over at the current school. There will be something in writing that will say, this is what we're doing and this is, you know, what you will get when you reach these milestones versus just, you know, you're getting this much every month. Because the tech position is considered an administrative position, 12-month employee administrative position does not fall under union. You don't have union there to protect you. In the past, it wasn't such a big deal. When they got a raise, I got the same raise. Well, with the last contract, they got a raise. I didn't get the same raise. My staff were complaining because they got $1 an hour raise. I got 80 cents. They got $1 an hour raise the next year. I got 88 cents. This year, they're supposed to get another raise of $1. I'll get 92 cents, 93 cents. So it's not I don't want to hear the complaints because of the contract, you're getting a set dollar amount. I'm getting a percentage, which is way less than what you're getting. So Havoc, yeah, that is one of the bonuses to working for, you know, like being in a position like that is raises are a thing and you get them every year. The problem is sometimes those raises aren't worth it. And when in 9 years, cost of living was the only raise that was received, that's what got me. And, you know, it's public record because I work for the state. If you know who I am, you know how to find it. You can go see what my salary is. You can also see the salary of the guy before me, and you can see that the guy before me in 6 months of being there was making as much as I am now 8 years or 9 years later. So I was way underpaid for way too long. And the opportunity has arose. I'm going to take it because I'd be silly not to at least throw my hat in the ring. I hope that this new school will see value in me. They will be willing to sit down and talk with me and let me explain what I've done in the current district I'm in and what I can bring to the table for them, given the opportunity. With the STEM department, obviously 3D printing is a big thing in STEM. I obviously have a little experience in 3D printing, a little bit. Kind of hoping that we'll be able to, given the opportunity with this new district, I'm hoping I'll be given the opportunity to bring some kids to these events. Maybe have them set up a table and talk about the things that they're working on with the community, get them introduced to a lot of my friends in the community. you know, my nerdy 3D printing friends who have much larger YouTube channels than I do, and they can meet them and talk to them and get to know those people. And maybe it'll help kind of keep sparking interest and keep pushing these kids to, you know, grow and design and do awesome stuff. So I'm hoping that that will be something. So that's kind of like one of my big hopes is they'll see some value in this, you know. 3D printing robotics go hand in hand as well in STEAM. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. I'm also hoping that maybe the new district will also, if there's a new district, I'm hoping that that district will also see the value in maybe some of the death racers and setting up death racer competitions. We can order some kits, use the STEM class to print the parts, clean the parts, get the parts prepped, build them maybe either in the STEM class or as a after school program where we can build up our death racers and then use maybe the stage. If they're not using that, we can have the stage set up as like a practice place, or maybe even use one of the gym or another open space, like the cafeteria. There's a big open like commons, like cafeteria space that they have at that school. Maybe we could use that after school, set it up, mark it off, let the kids practice, get good at that, and then go to Rocky Mountain, go to 3D Printopia, go to Murph over the summer, and be able to participate in the competitions. And maybe the school, like the students at the school, will win these events and get some items and products. And maybe that'll help spark some interest with some other schools. And then we can turn it into like a, not necessarily a sanctioned, but some kind of an event within the school system where, you know, we'll have, you know, a few, they can bring a few, you know, death racers to an event, and we can do like exhibition stuff to start, and then maybe it grows from there and it starts to become a thing in the school system where we have, you know, STEM classes or a robotics department that are doing the death racers. You know, make it a school thing. I mean, it'd be kind of cool. Rock'em Sock'em Robots meets tanks. And I think that would be something cool. And I think this other district might see the value in that a little bit more than a smaller district with a tighter budget. So that is kind of where I'm at with it. And being as I'm already in, I'm still going to continue to push with the new superintendent. If I don't get the opportunity to go and interview with the other school, and talk to the other school more about that, I will continue to push when the new superintendent takes over to see if I can convince him to allow me to purchase. I'm hoping he allows me to purchase probably 4. I'd like to get more like 5 to 6 units. One for him to allow me to have to set up and build and then show to the kids and then have the kits available. And then maybe not necessarily for junior high grades or junior high level, but at least for the high school side with an additional 4, that would give us 5 in total, maybe 6 in total, or 4 plus mine would make 5, plus an extra one to build or to use as parts for repairs, you know. And then maybe I can get Polymaker to sponsor a buttload of filament for us to print parts. And then it can become like an after school thing where I stay after a few nights a week. We build these things up after all the parts are printed. And then we start using, you know, the current school I'm in has what they call the multi-purpose room. We could set up in the multi-purpose room and start practicing, you know. We go back and watch the old YouTube videos of the current races and how they're set up, and then try and, you know, mimic that in the classroom or mimic that at the school, and get these guys, you know, good and ready. And then we can start working on, you know, different options with infill, maybe start playing around with different materials. Because again, the current district I'm with, we have 2 of the Prusacor 1s coming here in about 3 days. It will be 60 days since they were ordered. So I'm hoping that they'll be shipping out soon, because I would like to get those. I think those will be really nice to handle what we're trying to do. It's the old make more so you can make less because they take more trick. Gotta love it. Yes. Yeah, because the problem you run into is the more you make, the more they take. It's real simple. And yeah, Jack in the Shop, LTX, you guys are right. I mean, I'm going to make more, but they're going to take more, so I'm going to bring home probably about the same. You know what I mean? But at least it looks good on paper. So, but my hope is with the Death Racers that, you know, if I can't get Big Tree Tech to sponsor some kits, maybe I can at least get the superintendent to let me order a bunch of kits, get them in, and then we can, you know, like I said, hopefully an extra kit so that I can build one, have one, and then, you know, we can build it here and whatnot, get it set up and running, and then I can take it in and show it to the kids and let the kids decide if this is something they want to be a part of. And then we'll already have the kits ready to rock and roll, which I already know there's already probably about 5 or 6 kids that are interested. So realistically, we could start like a small, for the sake of, you know, anything, we can call it a robotics or, you know, tech club or something like that. And then we can, you know, start making content with it, putting it out on our social medias and see if we can get other schools in the local area and like interested and involved and go from there. You're interested in building a few Death Racers? Me too. I would love to get some kits. If anybody wants to buy a Death Racer kit, send it to me. Let me know. If you want to, let's see here. What's a Death Racer kit going for these days? Let me go look at Big Tree Tech's website. Hold on. Big Tree Big Tree hyphen Tech, right? Or is it just bigtreetech.com? Is that it? Or is it Big Tree hyphen Tech? Oh, yeah, it's bigtree-tech.com. And then you got to go to the products, or is it on the BQ site? Maybe it was on the BQ site. BQ. Let's go to BQ, because I think it was on the BQ site. And then it's under... No. No. 179 last you looked. All right. It's on the BQ site. Oh, yeah. It is under... What's it under? I thought there was a thing. Is it under others? Let's just do a search for Death. There it is. It's the functionals. It's the Death Racer kit. 196.90 currently. Of course, the tariffs hit. So 196.90 for the full kit with the remote, which wouldn't argue with because I think I have a remote somewhere, but might as well get, you know, one while you can. So search Racer. Yep. So here is copy, paste the link in there. There you go. There's the link if anybody wants to go directly to it. Oh, Captain Kern already posted it anyway. So I'm sorry, Captain, I missed your post up there. But there you go. So yeah, if anybody is wanting me to build one, you can PayPal, Cash App, Venmo me. Let's add it to cart real quick. Let me. I don't want the worry free because that's an extra $3.95. And it's coming out of China nowadays, so it'll get here when it gets here kind of a thing. Make sure you guys aren't seeing anything. Nope. Okay, good. Come down the line. Free shipping, 10 to 15 days. So you get free shipping, and with my information, estimated taxes, it's $209.21. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, links down there. Send me $209.21. I'll order the kit right now. Or if you just want to send me one, let me know, message me. I'll tell you where to send it. But there you go. You still have to purchase the files from printables or the Patreon thing. Yeah, I think I actually am still paying the $1 a month. If not, it's $1, and then you can get the printable parts. But yeah, so if anybody wants to, feel free to do that, and we'll order some parts. We'll order a kit, and when it gets here, we'll start printing parts. Hopefully by the time it gets here, I'll have another printer and we can start working on printing parts on multiple machines. We'll have to figure out a color scheme, and I'll hit up my friends at Polymaker, sponsors of the filament giveaway every week, as well as they send me filament to give away with the printers as we rebuild and give away printers. So thank you again, Polymaker. MicroSwiss sends hot end parts and hot ends, so thank you, MicroSwiss. And then you crazy bastards for watching the streams and hanging out with me while I do those things. So sponsored by you as well. So thank you for your support. But let's check in on the print. Let's minimize that so I don't dox myself. Let's bring this up. And let's go ahead and click on right screen. And there you go. You can see how the egg is doing so far. You can see that the color shifted at some point. Oh, let's close HueForge. I haven't played with HueForge in a while, mainly because I need to work on that. You would hit up Shammy at Fabrico for some LDO ABS. I might have to, Havoc. I might have to. I'm pretty sure if Shammy's lurking in the background, since we are giving away the Voron V0 printed parts kit, the rainbow sticks, the umbilical, and some other modded parts for it. If it's anybody wants the, those, we are giving those away. I'm sure Shammy's probably hiding in the background somewhere if he's available. And if he is, I'm sure he wouldn't mind potentially squeezing a couple rolls of filament in there along with something that may be coming my way sometime soon. Hopefully soon. Brian Farmer, you awesome, awesome human being. You good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hope life is treating you wonderfully. You have only printed a few test pieces, but it looks fantastic. The prints are very, and prints very nicely. Yes, yes. I have at some point, I had started a Death Racer, but it's like the OG files from back in the day, some of the original stuff. And I would want to reprint everything in some newer, more modern materials, and probably set a better color scheme than whatever I have available to print it with. It's kind of where I'm at with it, is maybe get an actual color scheme. And since I like black, white, and green, since they seem to be my colors, I would think that a black, a white, and a green would make for an awesome racer. I just have to figure out which way I want to go. Probably primarily black with white and green accents. That would probably be what I would do. Probably get something kind of like that going on. Again, thanks to K2 Kevin for printing these and bringing them to me and making them for me. And it's probably by far, I think, the coolest looking maker chip out there. Maybe I'm a little biased, maybe, but I still think that is probably the coolest looking maker chip out there. You're thinking of doing neon green, a neon green and orange thing? That'd be pretty sweet, Stephen Machado. You got to continue printing your Trident parts. That's the thing used a lot, or they use a lot of filament. Yeah. I'm hoping one day to have a Trident, but with everything going on lately, a Trident would be nice, as well as kind of want a 2.4 again. I miss my 2.4, but I would love to have LDO kits just because I like the little extra goodies LDO includes. So, LDO Trident, LDO 2.4, both things I would enjoy greatly. So maybe one day, That's the only thing you're down about is you will have no chips to give out at Rocky Mountain. Yeah, Captain, it's okay, brother. It's fun to have stuff to give away, but at the same time, it's more fun to just hang out, talk to people, meet people, cross paths, and get face to face. I wish I could make it to Rocky Mountain, but I cannot. like I said, if there's a company that needs somebody to hang out at their booth and they want this ugly mug there, if they want to cover some airfare and get me there, I could fly out Friday night, be there late Friday night, and at a hotel late Friday night, early Saturday morning, and then be ready for the event. Can't make it Friday because Thursday, Friday, my wife and I have plans because her birthday is Thursday. So, got plans with the wife for her birthday. Thursday, Friday is us time. But if anybody wanted to have a plane ticket waiting for me, I'll go pick that up and pick me up at the airport and take me back. I'll crash in a corner in your room. I don't care. JPP can't make it either. Damn. Yeah, that sucks, man. But family first, right? Family first. So, I get it completely. I understand 110%, man. You actually skipped one of the Centauri Carbon to build a Trident. Nice. Yeah. I've gotten lucky with some stuff lately, and I have to say that when a Centauri Carbon shows up here, it is going to be a sponsored thing, and I'm very grateful and thankful for the opportunity. And I'm not going to. Thankfully, the way it's coming to me is not from the company directly. So brutally honest is something I can do. And since I do all my stuff live, any issues, mistakes, or any problems with the machine will be seen live. And the nice part is, at least, you know, there's no bias involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, my bias is to the sponsor that is taking care of that, not to the company that has made it. So, and thankfully I was already told that when it gets here to, you know, use it, have fun with it, play with it, it's mine, do what I want to do with it, and at the same time, don't hold back if there's flaws or issues, make it known, let people know, because the sponsor of this wants to know as well. Let's put it that way. So this will be this is an awesome opportunity for me, because this gives me that ability to give a fair and honest shake, so you guys don't feel like when you watch other content creators that are getting these things, you feel like maybe they're being a little more biased towards a positive review than an honest review. So I'm thankful that I will have that opportunity to give an honest review, because again, the sponsor is not the company. The sponsor is associated and wants to make sure that the product that they're going to be, you know, offering is a good product, and they want eyes on it that will be able to use the product and let people know where they can find it. So fingers crossed we keep this happy relationship moving when that gets here. And hopefully new and exciting things will show, and we'll be able to continue doing that and keep a happy relationship. But again, I am not a child-friendly, family-friendly web, streamer. I use adult words. We have adult conversations, and I don't lie about any of that. I'm not here. I'm not here to kind of like tell stories. I'm here. Well, I tell stories, but you know what I'm saying. I don't tell fabricated stories to inflate someone or something. I just want you guys to have the best experiences you can have. So if there's an issue, I'm going to tell you. We'll find a fix for it too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the kind of guy that's just going to be like, here's a problem, fuck this machine and throw it in the corner kind of a thing. No, that's not how that works. Like, you get the machine, I have the machine, I have a problem with the machine. This is the problem I had. Come watch this stream. This is the problem I had. Same problem you're having. This is how I fixed it. So now you know how to fix it. Because that is another issue you have, is there are too many people that don't get crazy, or too many companies that don't support stuff. You can slightly hear you in your backyard. Ah, neighbor, yes. I have the door open in the garage and the door to the garage open, so my voice is carrying out. So he's basically watching the stream live, or at least hearing the stream live. No rep fest for me. Rocky Mountain is the same weekend as your daughter's senior dance recital, and Murph is her graduation party. Ah, Brian Farmer, I understand, good sir. You're pretty faithful to Elegoo. Your Neptune 3 printer Pro printed all of your ABS. And, oh, for the build, turns out great. Nice. Icon, awesome. You wish your wife was that way. Best experience possible. Yeah. I mean, I just want to be able to give you guys what the manufacturers can't. Like, I'm going to use something. If I get something and it doesn't work the way it's supposed to, I'll do my best to try and figure out how to make it work the way it's supposed to, or the way I think it should, so that this way I can use it, because I don't have a lot of money and I can't afford to just run out and buy the Bamboo Labs or the Prusas, you know, the just take it out of the box and it just works machines. I can't necessarily afford that. So I'll usually end up going with the lower priced alternative and then work through the problems so that I can get the machine that I need. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why a lot of people come to my streams, is because they're in a similar situation. Or maybe they have more money, but they just want more machines. So they'll buy more machines and work through the problems. And that's why I'm taking in, you know, we're taking in any of the old printers we can get, rebuilding them, and then you guys watch how easy it is to rebuild these things, and then we give them away to someone, because I don't need 10 Ender 3s back there, you know. So, but an Ender 3 is a good starter machine for someone who is truly serious about wanting to get into 3D printing, because it is a machine that you get it dialed in and it'll print perfectly fine. It'll take a while. It doesn't print as fast as the stuff on the market today, but it will print just fine. It's just going to print a little slower and it'll be great. And if it breaks, well, learn how to fix it. There's plenty of tutorials and videos and everything else out there on the internet on how to repair these things. So Venture is enclosed. Nice. You're building the Venture XL right now. Hopefully it's better than the Giga. Yeah, I did see that thing. And LTX, I got to admit, it does seem like a pretty sweet little box, man. I mean, it's Phoenix. It's basically like the Phoenix. So don't get me wrong, I would love one. Where would I put a 600 by 600? I don't know, but I'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Creative Bear, what's going on, man? How you been? Was watching off and on while prepping dinner. Sounds like you got a new work opportunity. If so, congrats. Yes, I did, Creative Bear. I have an opportunity. I'm going to commit to it tomorrow. And well, I'm going to hit submit on the opportunity, and we'll cross our fingers that something comes of that. Still got 4 of them, and they're still they're still working. Yes. Well, like I said, the Ender 3s are where, like you said, LTX, that's where you earn your stripes. I started with one Ender 3 Pro, ended up with a second Ender 3 Pro, and over the years I have had and given away probably 6 or 8 Ender 3 Pros, 2 Ender 3 V2s, an Ender 5, 2 Ender 5s, FLSun Q5, or yeah, the FLSun Q5, 2 of the FLSun Super Racers. The second one is back here. That one's going to someone at Murph. And then now I've got this guy. I'll put it this way. I have given away, in the last 5 years, I have given away 30 printers-ish. 8 of them this year alone already. So I've given away like 8 printers already this year alone. And the large reason for that was thanks to my good friend, The Edge of Tech. I occasionally take a trip up to visit the Edutech and usually come home with a car full of printers, and I don't need them, and they've been featured or viewed in some of his YouTube content. Some of them never saw the light of day in a video because the reception of those printers was not great, so the printer just sat in a corner, and I would get it new in a box, build it up, and give it away. You have an OG Ender still on Marlin firmware in a box somewhere. Tried converting it to Clipper a long time ago and never would convert, so you got tucked away. Yeah, LTX, if it's an old 8-bit board, getting Clipper running on the old 8-bit boards, when you have to do the hex and all that stuff, when you have to get the hex file, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. I do like the newer 32-bit boards. Recommendation I always make is get a 32-bit board. Doesn't matter which one it is, doesn't matter. Don't have to spend an arm and a leg on it. Get yourself a 32-bit board, swap that out, and then install Clipper on a 32-bit board. It's a whole lot easier when all you're doing is copying a bin file and you're done. The older 8-bit boards, if they had the bootloader locked, you had that problem. You had to install a bootloader, and then you were able to then go ahead and copy a hex file over. A bit of a pain in the ass. So, me personally, throw a 32-bit board in it, then install Clipper, you'll be fine. That is my recommendation for anyone who wants to run Clipper. Install a 32-bit board or verify that your 8-bit board has a bootloader already installed so you can get that hex file copied over. I just don't like dealing with the hex files anymore, so anything and everything I do, I install 32-bit boards in them. My recommendation, if you want to go forward with that project and get Clipper installed and have a Clipper machine to mess with, like a Clipper Ender 3, because the Ender 3s do run better with Clipper. Just putting it out there. You can tweak and tune a whole lot easier than constantly, changing the firmware and then re-uploading and then going through and realizing you messed something up and then have to go back. So you would not really run Clipper on an 8-bit board. We'll leave Marlin and be happy. Yeah, well, it's kind of where I'm at too. Like if it's an 8-bit board and it is running, it's running Marlin, leave it alone. Just use it as it is. Otherwise, if you can get, one of the 32-bit Big Tree Tech boards or whatever, get that and do that. Oh, part of it fell off already. There we go. All right. See my big old hand in there on the camera. Put this back in here and close this so it shuts up. Oh, come on, get in there. There we go. Close that. All right, let's see. Overall print quality looks really nice. Print quality looks really nice. It is a tricolor extrusion, goes blue to orange to like green. And let's see what the print quality is like. Oh, look at that. Like butter. Look at that. Perfect. Take this bad boy to school with me tomorrow and go to work. And I will find the young man and say, here's your replacement egg. And hopefully it's the right size. And if not, I bumped it up to 110%. So if it's not the right size, we can always go bigger. I could still go bigger anyway. We've only been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes. Hopefully we're going to make that 2-hour mark, and then we're going to do the giveaway here at the end of the stream. Where was that STL? Oh, 1 second, Mr. Machado. Mr. Steven Machado. Let me click back here into my history, load up the egg, grab the file, copy. It is a 3MF file meant for Bamboo Labs, but if you know how to use your slicer, you know how to change your printer, so there you go. There's the file. It is 3MF. It is meant for Bamboo Labs printers, but you can pull it in and make the changes as you need. But there you go. By the way, Digital Dragon, good to see you, my man. Hey, we were kind of talking about somebody I need to see at Murph about getting a couple of these printers out of here. So good to see you, man. Works all right. Still have 8-bit board, MKS, Gen L, running Clipper. Nate, nice. Yeah. Like I said, the Gen L boards were nice and they were pretty easy to get Clipper installed on compared to like the stock Creality boards. So that's not too bad. Danke. No problem, Mr. Machado. No problem. But yeah, so this little guy here, I think is about the same size as the one. I'm probably gonna, let me reset that build plate. Let's make sure again first. And since that filament printed well, I'm gonna bump it up to 150% too, and I'm gonna print one at 150. I'll just grab it in the morning before I leave for work. I'll let it print tonight. Grab it in the morning before I leave for work and take it with me. And worst case, the larger one is the one they take, and then I have the smaller one, or vice versa. They take the smaller one and I have a large one. Not a big deal. Besides, the kids at the school love it when Mr. Boreal brings in 3D prints that he has, and then they all try to figure out who's going to get it from him, and then he makes a game out of it so that, you know, they got to work for it, kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Make them work for it. A scavenger hunt or something like that. Let's click here. Let's go back to prep. We already bumped it up in scale to 110%. So now if we scale it up again, scale it up to 140 and hit enter. There we go. Now it's at 150% because 110 plus 140 is that. Nope, actually, let's do this. Let's hit back. There we go. Now we'll do 150 and hit enter. There we go. Scale it up to 150%. There it is. And we'll slice it. And we'll upload it. Print it large enough for the other egg to fit inside. Oh, Russian nesting dolls. Yeah, that'd be fun. Fridge across Cybertruck. You found a strain relief boot for the USB-C that makes it look like a VGA cable. Nice. Printed a bunch of them out, put them on cables at work, and sat back and watched everyone scratch their heads. Nice. Nice. All right. 1 hour, 23 minutes. We're going to hit print. We're going to hit upload. We're going to let it go. And it'll run through the night. And then, like I said, I'll have one at 150%. I'll have one at 110%. And there you go. Other than the fact that in the first few layers, it spun the print or spun the filament and then started printing properly. This one's got a little bit of a line in there from that, but looks good. It's a fancy, crazy, silly egg. And for a small boy, I'm sure he'll enjoy that. His dragon will fit in there. His dragon will have a home again since his dog ate the other one. So for anybody who didn't catch that part of the story earlier, student at my school, his big brother came in and asked me if I could print him a new egg because their dog got a hold of the egg that he got for Easter that had a dragon in it. The dragon is safe. The egg did not survive. And asked if I could print another one. Brought in the remnants of the egg so I had an idea of what it looked like. I found a very similar or the same file on printables, downloaded it, and we just printed a 110% variant of it, and now we're going to do 150%. So, and this was printed on the FLSun or the FLSun. All in all, not a terrible print. It is a kind of a crappy filament, and because we didn't line it up just right when we screwed it down, it looked kind of funny there. See if I can get it to line up right. Still not lining up right, so it's off just a skosh, but good enough. Martin, what's up, Shrimp Daddy? How you doing, good sir? Hope you're doing well. I heard a buzz. I want to make sure that something didn't fall through and I didn't miss something. Let's go back here. Logged into the wrong account there, so let's fix that real quick. Give me a second while I flip-flop accounts. Martin, what's up, Shrimp Daddy? Anybody who doesn't know, Martin prefers to be called Shrimp Daddy, so call him Shrimp Daddy. Ha ha ha. He is the Shrimp Daddy. Okay. Make sure that's right. Yep, there we go. All right. Close that now. Keep that up. Let me see how many people we got entered for the giveaway tonight. We got 23 people, 24 watching. Hopefully we have 24 likes on the video or on the stream. So if you haven't hit like, please feel free to hit the like button. It doesn't tell me in my little chat stuff there if I have 24 likes, but I assume I do because everybody likes giveaways. Right? Okay. Just kind of going through some stuff, making sure that something didn't pop in and I missed it. Because again, like I said, if you guys like what you see and you want to help out other members of the community, there's not that many green names in the chat this evening. So if you're already a member and you want to give back to the other folks in the stream, feel free to gift some memberships. If you're not a member and you would like to become one, I think there's like a $2.99 and a $4.99, I think is what they are. Feel free to join one of those. We're going to do a members only stream this month. So I still got to get the date squared away for that too, but we're going to do a members only stream. Memberships are awesome. You can still do a super chat or super sticker if you'd like. Those are fine. I just think that as Nero said, or Canuck Creator or Taylor, however you want to refer to him, he did make the comment once and I agreed with him wholeheartedly, which is those are nice. The super chats and super stickers are nice, but to give back more to the community, gifting membership seems to be a better way to do it. Kind of helps build the community, helps keep people going, and gives people a little, you know, get a little giddy inside when they see the green name show up in chat. So please feel free to do that as well. If you want to add to my list of things to do, feel free to send me $210 and I will order on stream, I will order the Death Racer kit. And then when the Death Racer kit gets here, we'll print parts and we'll build a Death Racer. Most likely going to go with a color scheme similar to that, minus the filament strand. That's filament, but probably something along these lines here, because that'd be awesome. What's funny, Dan, is that you've got all the printers on deck printing dragons and eggs and other stuff like that for the craft fair in your town you have in June. Sweet, brother. Sweet. Yeah, I need to when printers are going, like when I get stuff kind of arranged and figured out, I'm going to get this big bastard here. Probably going to take this to school with me, to be honest with you, tomorrow. Bring this big thing into school with me. So for like the last week, 2 weeks of school, I'll have a awesome, cool printer that the kids will want to see, and I can print stuff for them just to be nice. I enjoy, you know, watching the kids get silly, so I'll probably bring that big thing in to work with me. Skyrim, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, so this big thing here after today will probably get loaded in the car tomorrow morning after that print's done, obviously. Load it in the car, take it to work with me tomorrow, and then have it at work to print some stuff with and play around with, and, you know, have it there for entertainment purposes. At some point, I need to get this little guy going back here too. I don't know why you focused in on me, but get this little guy going. The switch wire, I need to do some stuff with that. And then this guy is going to need some work. We need to finish building. Where'd it go? There it is right there. We need to finish building the LDO kit, the LDO Rook 2020. So we need to build that. Stop it. We got to finish building the Rook 2020. So I think I did want to do a 2020 Mark II, so we're going to have to do some stuff with that kit. Since I kind of sort of broke some parts, I'm going to have to, you know, redo the 2020 Mark II. So we got to kind of redo some frame parts. I did print this little jig off that Canrog designed for doing the drilling and tapping the holes to make it a blind joint. So we're going to work on that. And we'll get the blind joint set up around the top of the frame, and we're going to leave the bottom of the frame set up the same way, because I don't have, I'll lose just that much more on the Z height. Not a big deal. It's a small printer, small form factor, but I think it'd be kind of cool to take the LDO kit and make it a Mark II. Oops. So we're going to do that. And then coming up here in a stream soon, we're going to take this guy and we're going to bring JPP on after he gets through the stuff that he's working on and dealing with his family stuff. We'll get some time with JPP. We'll go through this guy here, take off all the parts that he wants, get it boxed up. I'll get it sent off to JPP so he can have them for the printer back home. And then when we know what we've got left on this, then we'll go from there with rebuilding this into a Mercury 1.1. And someone in chat may have said they may be able to or working on printed parts for it. So that'll help me because I won't have to print the parts. I'll just have to take the parts and build it up. BBs, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am very excited to be in the 2K club now. Now the next goal, probably 10K. Like I said, we'll probably shoot for 10K next. Do a 10K giveaway. For those of you who just popped in, don't forget tonight we are giving away a roll of Polymaker filament, as well as thanks to xrbunker.works. If you go over there, that's our good friend Shammy here in the community. He is giving away 2 of the rainbow LED strips, or LED. Hold on. Let me read it exactly again. Let's do it the right way. Going to be 2 of the rainbow sticks. So 2 of the rainbow, sticks, 1 V0 umbilical, plus the printed parts with extra printed parts for mods for a V0. So we're not giving away a V0, just the printed parts and some mods for a V0. So if you were thinking about building a V0 and you didn't necessarily want to have the headache of printing the parts, Shammy at xrbunker.works is going to be taking care of you there. So we're giving away those tonight, as well as a roll of filament. The first giveaway tonight will be for the roll of filament, sponsored again by Polymaker. Thank you, Polymaker. And then we'll do the second spin will be for the parts. So whoever wins the filament tonight could potentially also win that, and you don't have to be present to win. I will email you if you've won and let you know. So just got done building a positron. Nice. At some point down the road, I'm sure I will have a positron to build. Positron's an awesome little printer. I was a part of the community there for a while, but because I don't have finances to allow me to stay active in that community, what I mean by finances is I can't buy one, build one, and show one off. It's hard for me to, be active in that community because I don't have one to do stuff with it and then show you guys, and then if there's mistakes made, show you guys how I fix them. I can't be as active in that community as I want to. But someday down the road, there'll be a positron here, I'm sure. Just not sure when. So there's that. Big Jano, you big awesome man, you. How are you? Good to see you. Sadly, I will not see you in Colorado here in about a week's time. It sucks, but it is what it is. However, Murph I will be at on Sunday. So Sunday I will be at Murph, because I'm going to wake up early that morning and drive straight there, hang out for the day, and then drive straight home. So that is the plan over the summer for Murph. So if anybody's going to Murph, Friday, Saturday, I will not be there. Sunday, I will definitely be there. So I will be there Sunday all day. So if you want to see me, hang out, chat, find me Sunday. If you don't want to see me and you don't want to chat, that's fine too. You don't have to look for me. However, I will tell you that if Mr. Adams has the gumbo going, or the jambalaya, I say gumbo, the jambalaya. Mr. Adams has the jambalaya going, you know where you'll find me at least once that day, getting some jambalaya and hugging that man. And I highly recommend you all, if you see Mr. Adams, tell him thank you for being such an awesome human being. You may or may not be at Murph. To be determined. Well, Big Jano, it's fine, brother. Like I said, I understand completely, The jambalaya is epic. Yes, it is. The Addams family. Da-da-da-da. Anyway, they take care of everybody at Murph. So if you're there, stop by their table, tell them hi, tell them thank you, tell them they're amazing. Sweet. Paul Cumber, are you going to make it to Murph this year? You going to try and make it up there? But yeah, Jano, I hope you have a great time at Rocky Mountain. I hope everybody does. Again, if by some miracle someone has a ticket waiting for me at the airport on Friday night, next Friday night, if somebody has a ticket waiting for me at the airport, I'll grab it. I'll hop on a plane. I'll fly to Colorado, pick me up at the airport. I'll work the event. I'll work your booth at the event for the weekend and then fly me back home. I'm good with that. Or rent me a rider truck and then everybody can bring old 3D printers and I'll just load a U-Haul or a rider or whatever. I'll load it full of old printers, bring them home, and we'll have plenty of printers to rebuild on stream for the foreseeable future. That'd be awesome too. Sadly, rebuilding printers and giving them away for free doesn't make me enough money to be able to afford to do that. So I can't just fly out Friday night, drive a U-Haul home, Sunday night, Monday morning kind of a thing. Because realistically, I could leave out Sunday when the event ends and drive as long as I can, pull off, get some sleep in the back of the van, and then get up and drive the rest of the way home. I can make whatever work. It's not a big issue. Well, Paul Cumber, I hope you can figure something out and get there. It would be cool to see you. If not, I completely understand, my man. Life is a fickle bitch, and it makes it hard to plan and do stuff. So let's make sure. Yep, still printing just fine in there. But again, guys, we are coming up on about 15-20 minutes, and then we're going to wrap the stream and we're going to do the giveaways. So again, just to clarify for everybody, we are giving away 1 roll of Polymaker filament as we do every week. So again, thank you again to Polymaker. And the second giveaway this evening is sponsored by XR Bunker Works and Chamois. So xrbunkerworks.com, Mr. Chamois. We are giving away 2 of the rainbow sticks, 1 V0 umbilical, 1 V0 printed parts kit with some extras for mods if you choose. Or if you just want to build in stock, you can build in stock. But he will have all those parts and can go into more detail with you about what extra parts there are if you choose to go whichever route you choose to go. And then you will just have to buy the V0 kit, or if you have a V0 kit that you haven't built because you just haven't printed the parts, there's the push you'll need. You'll have the parts, you'll have no excuse. So, again, thank you to Chamois and XR Bunker Works for sponsoring my 1,500 sub goal. And then, again, coming up, we'll have the 2K giveaway, which tentatively is planned for next Thursday. So we'll have more stuff to give away next Thursday. Yes, it is, good sir. Well, Havoc, if you win, just throwing this out there, if you win, you'll have to build one, right? Because you already have the printed parts, so you'll just have to build the printer. Just how it is. But I can tell you guys a good place to go to get them. Oh, what's this? What'd I miss? I hope Killer Prince is still here. If he is, yes, it does. To answer the question that to answer that question, yes, it does, sir. Yes, it does. I don't know. I will tell you guys a little story. Well, we've got some time to kill. I'll tell you guys a little story. For those who don't really know that much about me and you found me over the years and have never heard any of the who I am and where my relevance comes into the community and why anyone is here anyway. In 2018, 2019, I got into 3D printing, got my first Ender 3 Pro, got a second one, started watching YouTube, started watching videos, and then of course lockdown hit. couldn't leave my house, couldn't do too much. Started becoming more active in the YouTube communities, watching the live streams, community hangouts, things like that. A bunch of guys were like, you should jump in, you should jump in, you should jump in. So in the beginning, I jumped in, and I was, you know, pretty much just voice, no face. I would jump in and hang out in the chats. And then I was like, well, let's just try it and see. And I put the camera up, and during these like hangout streams, everybody's like, oh, we don't want to go yet. And so I started doing hangout streams, and the hangout streams would be anywhere from 4 to 8 to 10 to 12 hour long hangout streams. We would just hang out, talk, stream, talk about 3D printing, life, just anything and everything. Then fast forward, started consuming a lot of my time, taking a lot of time away from my family. So I started backing down from doing the hangout streams. And I just pretty much kind of disappeared for a little while. Would still show up in streams and talk to everybody in chat. Oh, thank you, Jano. Thank you. And yes, we do need another KB3D open house. That was awesome. Gonna have to find out when we can take over the parking lot. But anyway, I started doing streaming on Twitch because YouTube was getting overrun. So I went over to Twitch, and I was one of the first, like when I first jumped into Twitch, there was me and 2 dudes in the making and crafting that just had a camera on their 3D printer. So I jumped on Twitch, was streaming there for quite a while. Quite a few people started realizing how lucrative Twitch could be when it came to monetization, how quickly you could get there and how fast you could start to make it. So a lot of people started either dual streaming YouTube and Twitch, or making the transition over to Twitch, or just coming to Twitch. Then Twitch got very kind of overrun. It was very hard to kind of stand out when this is all I do. And not that I want to stand out, but I kind of was missing the YouTube vibe, and I stepped away from Twitch for a little while. Just didn't feel like I really kind of fit in anywhere. And anytime I would try to stream, I felt like I was stepping on toes, and I didn't want friends to be upset because I was streaming the same time they were. So I took a step back, reevaluated some stuff, and my wife was like, you're bored and you're pissing me off. Why don't you start streaming again? And I said, well, maybe I'd come back to YouTube. And when I came back to YouTube is when I decided to come back as Maker My Nexus. I started Maker My Nexus. And it's just been, you know, Maker My Nexus is just a name right now. It's just a name. It's nothing extravagant. It's nothing, you know, woo. It's just a name. The reason I like it is because I have a maker mind, and Nexus is like a place to gather or come together of like-mindedness. So Maker My Nexus worked out great. People who are similar to me come this way, you know. Friends streaming at the same time is awesome. Gives you people to raid. Yes, Captain, you are correct. That is a nice thing. That is one of the features I do. Wish was a little bit more refined here on YouTube. But no, so I started Maker My Nexus, and at Murph, I was talking with some people about this idea I had for what I call the 3D printer, or the printer rehab project, where I was just taking old printers that people would give me, something that was sitting in a corner collecting dust, that people give me printers, I rebuild them on stream. I mentioned that to a few people at Murph. I talked to Polymaker, Joel. Joel said, reach out to Sean at the time. He said, reach out to Sean, tell him what you're doing. I'm sure he'd love to, you know, help out with that. I did. It worked out great. Polymaker jumped on board. I get, you know, a small amount of filament every so often. When I'm running low, I tell them I need more. I get a little bit more filament. I take that filament, I rebuild an old printer. I give somebody basically everything you need to get started. I give them a 3D printer that works, a roll of filament or 2, and then tell them, here's your printer, here's your filament, get on YouTube, learn how to use your printer, because I don't want to be everything. I don't want to be the tech support for it. I want these people, if they're serious about 3D printing, learning 3D printing, I want them to put in some legwork. I want them to try. When I give the printers away, I don't put a camera in someone's face. I don't take pictures with them, because the people that I'm giving these 3D printers to, some of my guidelines for giving away the printers are simple. I'm looking for someone that wants to get into 3D printing, is tech savvy, but does not have the monetary, like doesn't have the means to get into 3D printing, but it is something that they want to do. So I'm not going to take somebody who's down on their luck, who doesn't have a lot of money, and shove a printer and some filament in their face and take a picture to put out there and say, look what I did. I'm not that kind of person. I don't want to profit, or I don't want to advertise someone else's, you know, someone else's shortcomings in life. I'm not looking to try and, you know, draw more attention by bringing down someone who's already down. So give them a printer, small sample of filament, and a list of acceptable swear words. You don't do it for the sake of doing it. Yeah, I shortcomings. There we go. Thank you, Captain Kern. Yeah, someone's shortcomings. I do it because I enjoy the look on that person's face when I give them the stuff and I tell them, here you go. The one story that always sticks out was the young lady who had just graduated college with a degree in, she got a degree in 3D design. And she's working at Walmart trying to pay off her student loans, doesn't have a lot of money. Was in there with my wife that night. We had a 3D printer and 3 rolls of filament in the back of the car. She told me her story. You know, she still lives with family because she, you know, student loans, she can't afford to get out on her own. She's working at Walmart to just have money, period. And if you work at a Walmart, you know how well they don't pay. So Walmart pays enough to shop at Walmart, and that's about it. So I told her, you want a 3D printer and some filament, you'll have to learn how to use it, and it's nothing special, but it's a 3D printer to get you started and help you with your degree in 3D design. You can design stuff and print it yourself. And she said, are you serious? And I said, yeah. When they go throw my stuff in the car, and at first I said, if you feel like it, come out to the car, you can grab it, throw it in your own car. Otherwise, you can, I can bring it into you, whatever. I don't know how it works with bringing stuff in here, you know. And Das Mean Lord, what's going on, Tor? What's up, Wick? But I went out to the car, I grabbed the printer, 3 rolls of filament, brought it back in. She lit up, and then she started to get teary-eyed and asked if she could give me a hug. And that was the first time anyone's ever been like, you know, that's the first time I'd ever been in a situation like that. And I'm like, sure. And I'm like, you know, I kind of an awkward situation for me. Don't get me wrong. I run into any of you guys out and about, I'll give you a hug. But no, it was a wonderful experience, and I've had many others that are, you know, not as maybe as emotional as that one. A lot of people, when I give them a 3D printer, they're just excited. They're like, yay, cool, awesome, thank you, you know. But that was the first time I'd ever given somebody a printer, and they were like overwhelmed with joy to the point of tears. So she's definitely memorable. She sticks out to me. Oddly enough, I never got her name. I just know I never got her name. She was wearing a name tag, but I didn't even look. Young lady with a story that fit what I was looking for, and she got a printer and 3 rolls of filament, and I hope that she's using that printer still today. If not, I'm hoping she made a bunch of money with that printer and bought herself or upgraded herself to something cooler and newer. And I hope that she paid it forward. Is one thing I ask. Don't put the printer on Facebook Marketplace to try and sell it. I'm giving you the printer, pay it forward, give it to somebody else. So And yes, I do it for the love of 3D printing. I think this community is amazing. This community is awesome. This community has supported me for many years now. And I want to be able to give back and help bring more people into this community. So MJ, what's going on? Good to see you, MJ. All right, we are at the 1 hour and 50-minute mark. We have 10 minutes left, and then I'm going to go ahead and close the giveaway. So if you haven't entered the giveaway, link is right there in the chat. Please click the link, enter for your chance to win a roll of Polymaker filament. Will be the first giveaway, and then that person stays in the giveaway, and we're going to give away the other stuff. Give me just a second here. Oh, I missed it. Let me call my wifey back. She hasn't been on a stream in a while, so let me call her back. Let's see here. I already dropped an F-bomb, so. Hi, love. I am streaming. Give me a second. There we go. I am streaming still, so I'm about to wrap this up here in about 10 minutes, and then we're going to do the giveaway, and then I'll be in.
I just need to ask you a question.
Yes, lovey. You're on the stream, though. So do I need to mute it?
I don't care. No,
Okay.
You don't need to mute me.
Okay.
Can Jacqueline take your car to go spend the night at my mom's?
I don't care. I'm stealing it in the morning when I go to work.
Well, duh.
Well, duh. So I don't care.
Yes, you can use the car, Jacqueline.
Please.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Love you.
Love you, bye.
Bye. There. Okay. So did not even notice that. Yes, please. The second part of the giveaway, for those who don't know, is sponsored again by Chamois and xrbunker.works. So if you go to xrbunker.works and check them out, Chamois makes all kinds of cool, like, he does all kinds of like lights and things like that, mods and stuff that we use on our 3D printers, as well as custom PCBs and things like that. So if you have a project and you need somebody to whip up a batch, consider hitting up Chamois and xrbunker.works. But that is going to be according to our last chat, it will be 2 of the rainbow sticks, a V0 umbilical, the V0 umbilical, and the printed parts kit for a V0, as well as some mods, some printed parts, like printed parts mods. But you'll be able to discuss with Chamois more, because I will put the winner for that one in touch with Chamois, and then you can discuss with him more what you want and where he needs to send it. So there you go. Tor, hopefully all's going well, by the way, brother. I know that times are getting tough, and I hope that things are going well for you, sir. That's all I can say is I hope things are going well for you. And if you ever need anything, get a hold of me. We can chat. I can see what I can do to help. May not be able to help right away or in the best way, but I'll do my best to help if I can, if you need it. If you need it. I'm not saying you do, but if you do, I'm here. So we've got about 7 minutes to go. All good. Thanks. Hey, not a problem, brother. I got to watch out for you guys. You guys help me. You guys love me. You guys support me. I want to make sure you guys are all taken care of as well. Not only that, but you're one of my mods. I don't want to make you mad and have you ban everybody in the channel. So again, that'll be about 7 minutes here. We'll close out that giveaway, and then we'll do the 2. We have 34 people. Again, with the giveaways, like everything, I don't say that you must be present to win, so you don't have to be present to win, but it'd be nice if you were here, just because it's more exciting in chat when you're here and I call your name. But if you're not here, I'll shoot you an email for the filament. I will shoot you an email with the code. You'll go to the link, you'll put in the code, they'll send you the discount. So there you go. I like presents. Me too. You have to play to win. Yes, you do. If you don't play, you don't win. However, again, not to take away from tonight and everything that's going on, and Chamois for being awesome and throwing that in. The reason for that giveaway, again, for those who may have missed it earlier, is Chamois put that out there that he would do this when I hit 1,500 subs. We hit 1,500, and then thanks to a shout out from Captain Kern and some craziness in the community, I was trying to put something together for 2K, and 2K hit faster than I expected. We were at 2144 at the start of the stream. And currently we are at 2146. We went up 2 more. So we're at 2146. So So hell yeah, we are getting there. I do think the next goal, we will do a 10K. So when I hit 10K, I will start putting together something. We get a little closer to 10K, I'll put together something hopefully a little bit bigger and a little more grand, because 10K is quite a bit. Hopefully between now and 10K, we'll be able to build up some great relationships and get some more awesome prizes put together. But we got some time to kill. I don't know how I got lucky enough with sand subs. Yes, quick, yes. I don't know how I managed to build such great relationships with so many people, so many companies and things like that over the years. But I have. I've been, you know, you could say blessed if you're a religious person. Feel free to say I've been blessed with, you know, something. I think realistically what it just boils down to is, I think for whatever reason, I'm a likable person, even though I'm kind of a jerk, you know. The camera's, oh, there we go. The camera is slowly but surely updating on there, but there you go. There it is at 150%, kind of rocking away, looking pretty good. So fingers crossed. Probably should have spun the top of the egg about, you know, 180 degrees so that when it printed a little bit better. Inside joke with a friend of mine on Twitch streamer when he was about 1,000. Yeah. Hey, no, it's all good, Wick. It's all good. Likeable, that's funny. Yeah, I know, Thorpe. You don't ever like me. You never will. You always dislike my streams and you always say mean, hurtful stuff. It's okay. You grew fast and didn't even get a chance to do a giveaway stream. Yeah, well, Captain, you can do one now, man. Tell everybody that you want to do it, you know, since you surpassed 10K, tell everybody you want to do a 10K giveaway that you've since passed and see if there's anybody who wants to get on board for that. But again, I don't know how I managed to build these relationships with these companies. I don't know how I managed to get them to be willing to sponsor my silly ideas. But it sure as hell doesn't hurt that the community backs me, the community supports me, and a large portion of the community loves me. There are people out there that don't like me, and that's their right to do so. I am who I am, and I'm going to do what I do. And for those who like me and support me, come along for the ride. For those who don't, feel free to block me. Whatever you got to do, whatever it takes to make you feel better, do that. I'm not gonna try and force people to come here. I'm not gonna try and force people. Let me rephrase that. I'm not gonna force people to come here, and I'm not gonna force people to like me. You either do or you don't, and if you do, thank you. If you come here, great. I know there are more entertaining people out there. Maybe they have better knowledge than I do, and that's fine. I'm not for everyone. Meet with some of the folks at Rocky Mountain. There you go, my man. Yeah, no, Captain, when you get there, talk to them. Let them, you know, try and, you know, pencil in some time with them some way, somehow. Talk to them, explain to them who you are. If they don't know who you are, make sure you have some way for them to find you. Get your hands on some of these little NFCs like this, and then like just take one and stick it on the back of your phone. Or have your contacts ready to go on your phone so you can just like boop their phone and send them your info with like your links and stuff. And set up something like that. Well, Thor, you know, I gotta twist somebody's arm. I need somebody to come here and talk all the negative stuff so that this way, you know, we get some controversy around me. Controversy sells, right? JPP, good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. I know there's some things going on in your personal life. I get that. Do what you got to do, man. Take your time. The internet will always be here for you. And JPP, you got about 1 minute left, man. Click the link. Get yourself entered for the Polymaker filament and also the V0 goodie bag from XRBunker.works. And Shammy, get out of here, you little brat. It's a printed parts kit. It's the rainbow sticks. It's a umbilical kit, all for the V0. You have to have the V0. It is not a full V0. It is just the printed parts, the umbilical, and the rainbow sticks. So, but get yourself entered for that, good sir, so that this way you can either win yourself a roll of filament, potentially, or potentially a V0, all those goodies I just mentioned. But let's see here. Bam. I'm just checking again one more time. Still at 2146, so we'll minimize that. We'll bring up the other one here. We're up to 37 people entered. Let's get ourselves ready to go here. Let's get the wheel of names up. Wheel of names. There we go. Let's come over here. Scroll to the top. It is now 7 o'clock. We are now 2 hours into the stream, so it is now time to wrap that thing up. I see 37, so we'll count down from 5. If it changes, we'll start over at 5 again. So 5, 4, 3. Did I say 4? 3, 2. GG, click the link, get entered in the giveaway. 5, 4, 3. I'll wait for GG to get entered. Click the link at the top of the description, or the top of chat, the pin, click it. Click it, get entered for the giveaway, GG. It's a roll of Polymaker filament and a printed parts kit, rainbow sticks, and a umbilical for a V0. It's not a V0 kit, it's just the printed parts. I need to clarify many, many times, it is not a full V0. It is the printed parts, an umbilical, and rainbow sticks. So get yourself in there, GG, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Let me know when you're ready to go, GG, and I'm watching. I'm waiting for you to pop in the list there. Still waiting. Come on, GG. It's on you. We're waiting for you, and then we're going to do the giveaway. Everybody's patiently, and by patiently, I mean impatiently waiting. 1.5. Ooh. With the mini SB, I don't know. I haven't. It just says, and other mods. Hey, 2 more people got in. Yes. All right. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 3/4, 1 1/2, 1 1/4, 1. All right, giveaway's closed. Done, closed. Let's click the link up here. Let's go ahead and remove the pinned. Okay, giveaway is closed. I didn't want to redact it. I wanted to unpin it. It's all right. It's out of there. All right. Let me go ahead and copy the list. Let me get the list of names here. All 39 entries. Scroll to the bottom of the list. Right click, copy. Go to the wheel of names. Let's go ahead and switch to the right screen. Control V. Paste in all the names. 39 entries right up here at the top. Did you pay? Oh, did my paid entries go through? Oh, Big Janimal, of course. Of course. All right, guys. Here's the deal. The first number between 1 and 21. We're at 2100. So between 1 and 21, first number I see in chat, that's how many times we'll shuffle it up. Shane says 5. Shane says 5. Shane was the first one I saw. So Shane, you win. So here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now all I got to do is just click right here, guys. I got to click right there. If I click that, then it'll spin and it'll tell us who the winner is. Should I click it? Tell you what, I'm going to be that dickhead streamer tonight. You ready? Let's see some hype in the chat, guys. Let's see some hype. Give me some hype. Give me some hype. Let's go. Hype, 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 hype. I'm just kidding. Here we go. This is for the roll of filament. Really, that guy? Didn't that guy just win? Didn't that guy just win? I was pretty sure that guy just won not that long ago. Well, guess let's leave him in there. Guess I'll have to do that. Guess I'll leave him in there. Anybody want to say rigged? I mean, he was just talking mean about me and he did win. So maybe there's a pattern there. All right, let's go ahead and close that now. And now this is a new giveaway. Somebody throw a number in chat. Throw a number in chat, something less than, say, 50. Let's get a number in chat. 19, 13. I saw a 19 first from MJ. So MJ, you win with 19. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Did everybody see 19, right? We did 19. You saw 19. If you didn't see 19, it was 19. I'm telling you, it was 19. I counted 19 and I'm losing my voice. It's getting tickly throat. I need to get a drink. And I'm out of beverage. So I got to get this thing done so I can get inside and get a drink. So anyway, there was 19. So this, again, is for the rainbow light sticks, the umbilical for the V0, and the printed parts kit with some optional printed mod parts. Again, from Chamois and xrbunker.works. So if you go to xrbunker.works, that's Chamois. Tell him thank you for this awesome giveaway that he sponsored. And let me go ahead now and click this. Brian Farmer, are you still here? Are you still here, Mr. Farmer? Are you still here? Not that you have to be, but are you still here? I coughed as I was doing 13, by the way. I might have, but it's Brian Farmer. Brian Farmer's the winner. There you go. Congratulations, Brian Farmer. Where are you? Are you still here? He may have taken off. So I'll have to get his email information, send that on to Chamois, and then Chamois can message him and they can work out the details. I was kind of hoping he was still here. You know, like I said, it's always more fun when someone's here. So I was kind of hoping he was still here, but he's not. Anyway, Brian Farmer, congratulations, good sir. You won the bigger 1500, not 15K, 1500 subs giveaway. Torpedo, you won a roll of Polymaker. And to the rest of you, thank you for coming and hanging out. Thank you for being awesome and spending your evening with me. All 33 of you that are here, which is about 3 more than normal. Well, 10 more than normal. 3 to 10 more. 3 to 10 more. But thank you guys for spending time with me this evening. We got 2 hours in. That thing's still got some time to go. This is the print that we got off of it. It turned out very well for what it is and for the cheaper quality filament that I used. I think it turned out very well. So I would have to say that thing is printing well. Probably going to go to work with me tomorrow. So in the next stream, it'll probably still be in my office at work because it'll probably be there for a little while because I'll be printing things for the students at the school that I work at because I'm weird like that. But anyway, Thorpe, give me about 10 minutes and hopefully I'll have a code over to you. And then again, to Brian Farmer, he'll be getting an email from me with I'll be forwarding his email to Mr. Chamois, and Mr. Chamois can reach out to him about where to send what he wants. Like what mod parts he may want and where to send that stuff to. If things change in the future, I will let you know. But that all being said, I love you all. You're all awesome. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of jail. Happy 3D printing, all those things. And remember, an old printer is better than no printer. Have a good night, everybody. I got to quit talking. Bye, gang.